Ever feel like you're running on empty, constantly trying to make everyone happy? It's like you're a vending machine but for favors, and you're always running out of stock. You say yes to everything, hoping it'll make people like you more, but instead, you just end up feeling drained, stressed, and a little bit lost. If that sounds familiar, then you need to hear the story of Aisha. Once upon a time, in a cozy little village, lived a young woman named Aisha. She was the definition of kind and caring. Her heart was so big, she wanted everyone around her to be happy. And she believed the way to do that was to be their go-to person for everything. Need a hand with your garden? Aisha's there. Need someone to watch your kids last minute? Call Aisha. She never ever said no. She genuinely thought that if she was the ultimate people pleaser, everyone would love and appreciate her. But something strange happened. The more she gave, the more people expected. Her kindness wasn't just appreciated, it was taken for granted. People started making bigger and bigger demands on her time and energy, without a second thought. Aisha found herself caught in a whirlwind of other people's needs. She was constantly busy, but not with her own life. She felt stressed, anxious, and deeply unhappy. It was as if her own identity was disappearing, replaced by the roles she played for others. She had no time for her hobbies, no energy for her dreams, and no space for herself. She was completely lost. One afternoon, feeling utterly overwhelmed, Aisha decided to seek advice from the village's wise old man. She found him sitting peacefully under a large oak tree. With a heavy heart, she told him everything. Sure, she said, her voice trembling. I spend every waking moment trying to make everyone happy, but I feel so empty inside. It's like I'm fading away. What am I doing wrong? The old man listened patiently, his eyes full of warmth and understanding. He smiled gently and replied, Aisha, my dear, listen closely. You've taken on a burden that was never yours to carry. You cannot make everyone happy. It's an impossible task. Trying to please the entire world will only break you. It is not your job to manage other people's happiness. Your first and most important duty is to take care of yourself. Aisha was taken aback. His words were simple, yet they shook her to her core. But if I stop helping everyone, won't they dislike me? Won't I be alone? She asked, the fear of rejection clear in her voice. The old man shook his head slowly. The people who truly care about you, your real friends, will understand and respect your limits. Those who get upset or leave because you can no longer cater to their every whim, well, they probably didn't deserve your time and energy in the first place. You see, Aisha saying no is not a selfish act. It's an act of self-love and self-preservation. His words echoed in her mind for days. Saying no is an act of self-love. She replayed the conversations, the favors, the moments she had put others' minor wants before her own major needs. She realized she'd been living her life entirely for others, completely forgetting about the one person she was responsible for, herself. So she decided to try. It was terrifying at first. The first time a neighbor asked her for a favor, she simply didn't have the energy for. She took a deep breath and, with a shaky voice, said, I'm sorry, but I can't today. It felt so unnatural, so wrong. And yes, at first, some people were visibly upset. A few even made passive-aggressive comments. It hurt, and for a moment she doubted herself. But then, something amazing started to happen. The people who truly mattered, her real friends and family, stayed. They didn't just stay, they started checking in on her. They'd ask, How are you doing, Aisha? Do you have time for this? They began to see her not as a resource, but as a person. And Aisha, for the first time in a long time, felt a sense of lightness. She felt free. She discovered that setting boundaries wasn't about pushing people away or being unkind. It was about creating a safe space for herself to breathe, to grow, and to recharge. It was about respecting herself enough to protect her own peace and energy. This brings us to a crucial lesson that Aisha learned, and one that we all need to remember. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Think about it. When you're on a plane, they tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. Why? Because if you pass out, you can't help anyone. The same is true in life. To be genuinely helpful, loving, and present for others, you must first fill your own cup. You must take care of your own well-being. Trying to please everyone is not only impossible, it's a recipe for burnout and resentment. But pleasing yourself, respecting your own limits, and protecting your time, that is the path to inner peace and genuine happiness. From that day forward, Aisha lived her life differently. She was no longer a doormat. She became confident, strong, and deeply respected, not just by others, but by herself. She still helped people, of course. Her kind heart hadn't changed. But now, she did it from a place of abundance, not obligation. She helped when she had the time, the energy, and the genuine desire to do so. She stopped being available to everyone, and in doing so, she finally became available for herself. So, I want to ask you, are you living like the old Aisha? Are you constantly saying yes when you're screaming no on the inside? Remember her story? Your energy is your most valuable currency. Don't give it away to people who don't appreciate it. Saying no when you need to isn't selfish. It's smart. Respect yourself. Protect your energy. Prioritize your own happiness. Life is far too short to be lived for the approval of others. Be kind, always, but be wise. Start living for yourself. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you live a happier, more authentic life. See you in the next one.